Hello, my name's Clint Cogswell, and I'm running for the Concord School Board at large. I've served on the school board for the last 7 years and currently am the school board president. During that 7 years, we've done some exciting things. We've built 3 schools. We've hired a number of principals in the district, and last year we hired a new superintendent. I was lucky enough to be the person to set up that committee and set up the committee and hire the superintendent. And we looked at a lot of good candidates, and we came up with Terry Forrester, who's just, I think, wonderful for the district. She's been working now for her first 4 months, and she's been doing an excellent job. Before I was on the school board, I was a school principal here in Concord for almost 25, 30 years. I was at Kimball and Dewey and Walker School, all schools that are no longer public schools. I've had a good experience, and I'm looking forward to the next 3 years. Hopefully I can be somewhat of an asset to the superintendent with all of the experiences I've had and the institutional knowledge that I bring to the board. And some of the issues that we're going to be looking at in the near future is we've got to discuss the addition of full-time kindergarten. I'm very supportive of any educational advancement that would help our children, and what we have to look at is all of the things that go into starting a new program, do our due diligence to make sure that we have all of the resources available to do that, and to see how expensive it's going to be for our community. The other thing that we're looking at, and is going to probably happen after my tenure on the board, but we have to start to develop a procedure for looking at our Runlet Middle School for whether we're going to have to do some improvements on the building, or whether we're going to have to do something like we did with our elementary schools, is build new. That's a decision that will be made by boards down the road, but the reason we were able to build our 3 elementary schools without an increase in the tax rate is because boards that were previous to ours had planned for this, set aside money, and did a great job of making it possible for us to build those schools and not worry much about raising tax rates. So that's, I think, the goal of our board at this time, or in the next 3 years, is to try to find out what needs to happen at Runlet and exactly how we can afford it. The other thing that we're doing in our school system that is exciting is we're starting to move to a competency-based educational program and assessment. This is not something that we're doing just out of for a whim. These are the new regulations coming down from the state and the federal government. But we are kind of a test school system for this project. It involves K-12 students and works with competency. Students have to solve different problems when they go through school. An example would be we now, or at least in the past, we had a system where if you were in high school and you had a student go through a year of algebra and they got a B or a C, a teacher that had that student next that needed the skills to move on in geometry and all the other subjects that preceded that, or that followed that, you'd find out that you're not sure exactly what skills that student had. With competency-based education, we have standards that the students have to pass to get the grade to pass algebra, and the next year's teacher knows what skills that child has as opposed to some letter grade. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time, and hopefully you'll vote for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Maureen Redmond-Skura, and currently I am running for a 3-year at-large seat on the Concord School Board. I moved to Concord in 1987. I have 3 children. They've all gone through the Concord Public Schools. My youngest son just graduated from Concord High in June. So I was involved at the high school for the last 4 years. I was also a board member at the Concord Trust for the Enhancement of Public Education, which gives grants to the teachers and other members of the school district. So I worked behind the scenes there with teachers who had innovative ideas or trying new things. I believe passionately that public education is the foundation of our democracy, and I would just like to step up and to continue to help out with the schools by being on the board. I hope you'll come out on Tuesday, November 3rd, and vote for me.
Hello, Matthew Valley here, at-large candidate for Concord School Board. As we look toward the future and see the opportunities the world has to offer, how are we going to ensure that our children are receiving the best education possible to fully engage their talents and give them the tools necessary to succeed in this world? The school board's tasks are numerous and challenging. As custodians of the tax dollars entrusted to it, the school board must find a way to allocate that capital in a responsible manner which provides the options for growth and additional opportunities for the city's children. The school district must strive to be the best in everything that it does. We must use our diversity and find strength and opportunities to grow from that diversity. This diversity includes the diversity of thoughts and ideas, as well as the diversity of cultures. We must engage all members of the community as partners in learning. We must be innovative. As the live free or die state, we must push the envelope in seeking and developing a robust curriculum which allows all of our children to reach their full potential upon leaving school. We must strive to offer the best opportunities for our teachers. My main priority is the long-term success of the students coming from Concord School District. To support this, several components must be in place: world-class instruction and standards, warm and welcoming physical spaces in which to engage our students, and community support. We can achieve success through world-class instruction and standards. Our teachers need to have the latest tools and skills to deliver classroom instruction in which to engage the minds of our children and help them be successful. We are immersed in technology, and developing a strategy to maximize the learning potential from the tools technology offers is critical if we are to remain globally competitive. As every child learns in unique ways, we need to offer flexibility in the ways in which our children are taught, but also we must ensure accountability through analysis of student performance related to our stated strategic goals. We can achieve success through warm and welcoming physical spaces. As our schools age and begin to detract from our students' learning, a critical assessment needs to be taken to determine the optimal use of the district's scarce resources. Runlet Middle School serves as a prime example of a space in need of upgrading to provide our students with an environment conducive to learning. With my background in engineering, project management, and strategic planning, I can provide insight and probing questions to ensure the district's resources are used in an optimal way. We can achieve success through community support. Our community must have an active role in helping to provide our children with a world-class education. I plan to engage the citizens of Concord through regular chat with Matt sessions around coffee throughout Concord, one of which was done this last Saturday at Gibson's. With our ever-present role of social media in our lives, I will work to make reaching out to the school board through various channels very easy for our citizens. In fact, I can be reached on Facebook at Vote Valley. Thank you for your time, and I appreciate the opportunity Concord Community TV has given the candidates to express our ideas.